Okay. I think I'm gonna actually keep this filter. I was just playing around with filters before I help record, and I actually like it. I think I look a little cute. I look a little cute. It looks like a little costume. I don't know. I don't really celebrate Halloween, never wore costumes, so this looks cool. Today we are learning why I like to use Gamma AI for presentations. So let's walk through how to use Gamma AI for presentations, how to make them fast. You already know if you are and let's just go to the Gamma homepage. Let's see if we can find the Gamma homepage here. But let's see if we can log out real quick. Here we go. So this is this is what Gamma looks like. Presentations, websites, and more. I use it mostly for presentations, so we'll walk through that. My old boo was Canva, but now I'm all about Gamma. Okay, so let's walk through why I use Gamma AI for presentations now. So if you're an executive, entrepreneur, or you run any type of organization, you already know that presentations are a non-negotiable part of the job. You probably do them all the time or frequently, and they take a long time. We're talking about 10 hours to build a 1 hour presentation, and that's not something that can be sustainable. I remember when I was trying to build a course and I needed about 10 presentations in a quick amount of time. It took me over 60 hours to make those presentations. So with AI, I've gotten that down to 2 hours or less per presentation. And lately, Gamma has become my go-to tool for this. And I want to show you why. So first of all, I think the problem a lot of people have with presentation tools is that they open that tool and try to dump everything in that first and say, oh, it doesn't work. So the first thing I do is draft out my presentation. So I draft it in a Google Doc or I talk my ideas out loud and let AI transcribe it. So I'm just getting the thinking out. So what the slide is about, what do I want the audience to walk away knowing, any key points or data that I need to hit within the presentation. And before I do anything else, I make sure that the brand identity for that slide gets locked in as well. So the colors, the typography, if you know them already, write them down. Hex codes, fonts, all of it. If you don't know yours yet, don't skip this. You can use AI to help you figure it out. You could ask Chat or Claude to help you build a brand palette based on your industry, audience, the feeling you want to give off, and your favorite colors, quite honestly. But get those nailed down before you touch a design tool. And then if your brand or organization that you're working for already has that brand identity, work with your marketing department to get those. Okay, so if we scrolling up, I drafted this presentation by just kind of speaking it out loud and then going in and editing it. And then I pasted it in here. So I said, this is the outline I came up for a workshop. It needs to be 90 minutes. I know I put too much stuff in here. So help me write this overview for a workshop. So this is a workshop that I'm putting on, real life workshop. And then I go back and forth asking questions, getting it to the right timing, working through different tools that I want to use during the presentation. And then here is where I work through the brand colors. So I really wanted to make sure I showed you that. So I put in a few, I think I put in some pictures that I liked, and it helped me come up with some brand colors and some typography based on the feeling that I wanted to get. And so I pretty much like this. This is on brand for me. The only thing I want is I want the background to be white instead of off-white. And so it gave me those colors, the hex codes. And then also I wanted a workbook to go with my presentation. So it made me a workbook in that brand style. And then I asked for it to give me a copy paste for Gamma. So give me the input for Gamma. So it gave you that input. I copied and paste. Let's go ahead and log in to Gamma. Got a million accounts here. log into Gamma. So this is the presentation that it made. But what you go do is create new AI or new Gamma, and then you will paste in text. You don't want to do a one-line prompt. I feel like you're not going to get a good output. So paste in text here, and then you can copy and paste all that content, generate from notes or outline, continue to prompt editor. And so it gives you this prompt editor, and you can see how many cards that it will generate. And then you can use a theme, or you can try to give it your own theme in hex code and colors. But art style, do you want scenic, photorealistic, illustrations, watercolor? You can edit these slides before it generates. And then you go ahead and press generate. I'm not going to press generate. I don't want to use up my credits because I already created it. So I'm going to go home and then go back here. So when we go back here, we see that it generated something for me. This lady looks really super AI. I'm going to have to work on that a little bit, but we go through and it used my colors. It made illustrations, even though I want them to be photorealistic. I will go back and edit that. But what I really like about Gamma is that I can edit an individual slide. So say edit with agent. How do I want to edit this card? I don't want to edit the whole card. I just want to edit this image. So I can click on this image. What do I want to do with this image? Remove background, upscale, use realistic colors, add more employees, remove plant on desk, focus on the monitor. I want to add more women. So I'm probably going to do something about, make this a woman or something like that. Let's try it on this one. Let's try edit with agent. Okay, so I just want the image and that's it. So let's make it I want to make it a photo still. Make this photo realistic. And then photo, let's see what it does. This is not photorealistic. I promise you guys it makes it photo. Let me see. Art style photo. Generate. Let's generate again. There we go. Better. Okay. So that is how you can edit by card. I really like that. It looks really good. I can go slide by slide. You can see how it works through each section, divides it up. It just looks really, really good. And then you can go into presentation mode. You can exit presentation mode. You can export here. You can export to PDF, PowerPoint, PNG, Google Slides. You can install different fonts. So there are some things you can embed this on a website. So it's really cool. You can share this link. You can put password protection on it. You can change the theme here. So I just really, really like this tool. It's one of my favorite tools. I think that's about it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. But this is one of my favorite tools. I'm really enjoying it. I will leave the link of my finished presentation at the bottom. I'm still working through this. Like you see, she doesn't look real as I want her to look. So I'll do some more prompting here and things like that. But really, really good, really professional. Now I'm going to save this as a template. I'm going to save this as a template so I can reuse it over for my brand since I really like these colors. So let me show you templates here. So here are some templates I have for my ACT prep business and things like that. And I think that's it. I hope you really enjoyed this. So this is in a series of different tech and AI tools I want to share. And I will see you next time.